it's not only that it's in high school that you're learning about this. Um, some high schools don't have computers. You are learning basic IT simply based on theory. You've never seen or touched a mouse before. Also, the fact that you are probably 700 kilometers away from the capital, this plays a role, because then the further you are away from it, the less resources you are able to encounter. So youth training, this puts pressure on exactly what ICT is, the knowledge of it, and also just the basic scope of the locations, I believe, plays a role.
David mentioned that he's from BIPA, where they are dealing with intellectual property registration and so forth. Can you shed more light, really, to the youth? How is this important, for any businesses, be it from ICT perspective, to register their intellectual property rights or any other registration that is available?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Silas. First of all, the entrepreneurs, they need to have all the informations that are relevant in their ecosystem. Coming to business registration and the intellectual property right registration, it's quite vital to them to have that first information, because from the onset, when they are having their innovations and so on, before they even disclose them or disclose it to the public, they need to be registered with us, because once they go into the public domain, then they lose the registration criteria, so to say. It's quite vital for them to know our existence, that their innovation, they need to be protected first. And there are platforms in the country, that's now the existence of BIPA, to register, grant, and administer their intellectual property rights. It can be copyright, patents, trademarks, and industrial design, and all other things. Because from our study, we understand that intellectual property subjects are not that well known in Namibia, or so to say in Africa, but it's one of the unique fields now that all of us, we need to understand it in general, and it's vital, because it's the starting points of any business. Once they are done with their registration in terms of intellectual property rights, then we can register their businesses, because we have that two mandates to register intellectual property rights and business registration. That's now the companies, if they are going now to commercialize and go to the market. I think we are the first starting points in their journey.
Okay, thank you. Gerrit, your roles of your organization in terms of building the ecosystem, can you shed light with the audience, especially in ICT sector, if that is available, please?
Okay, so Apply's main function is, like I said, mentorship and also leadership development and personal development of young people. And a lot of the young people, the fellows we call them, that were chosen to do the Apply course for the year. So every year we're having residential programs, and this year was our first year where we were doing it. We had young people coming in with innovative ideas. Some of them already had projects going on. Other fellows, they only had ideas, but they didn't implement these ideas. So what we were doing, we would engage with these young people, and we would then also facilitate them and also get them we introduced him to the lot of stakeholders we involved with. And with these stakeholders, they would be part of like personal and business development of these fellows. Regarding the ICT, we had one fellow Emmanuel. He's from the northern regions, and he's got an ICT project he started a couple of years ago, and then he decided he wants to be part of Apply. And then he developed this project, and through this, what he's doing is actually he's buying out of his personal finances. He's buying computers, a lot coming from South Africa and the US, and then he is giving educational classes there in the rural villages where it's not really where the children don't really get exposed to a lot of these technology now. And through this, he's been training a lot of kids there. And with what Apply has been doing, we are facilitating him, we are helping him, and he's actually now getting he's networking with people outside the country. And that's making him getting more ideas, and how is he going to expand his project? How is he going to be more innovative in his project? And one of the biggest challenges we're facing in Namibia with entrepreneurship and with the youth, I'm seeing with the Apply, is there's a lot of brilliant, good ideas, but they don't have the creativity and the innovative thinking of how to think out of the box, because it's really a challenging environment that we're working in, especially in Namibia. It's a very small local market also, and a lot of the people they're working with don't have all the skills and the knowledge of how to deal with a lot of things. So people need to start, what we want to try, what we're doing through Apply is exposing these fellows to really think out of the box, think more creatively in their projects, what they're doing, and then in a way also with the networking, engage these skills that they are learning, that they engage with these stakeholders and then build a relationship with them on a long-term basis.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's talk about, one of the biggest elements that have been also probably coming out the discussion. The ecosystem is built mostly on multi-helix model, which is, the combination of government, civil society, private sector, and academia. With this, probably let's talk about quickly about, the government, especially on policy. If we look at the regulatory framework and infrastructure available in the ecosystem, as a ecosystem builder, do you think we have we are providing enough for our youth in terms of the regulatory framework and infrastructure? If not, what do you think should be done for our ecosystem? Can we start with Annie?
So to say, I see a disconnect with whatever it is that is in the ecosystem. We've heard ministers and people representing the different ministries announcing that there's this platform available, but how exactly, if I go there with my technology idea, will they buy into it? No. Simply because I feel in terms of the actual programs that are there and the policies, it makes provision, first of all, for them to already, before any R&D, makes provision for them to procure within the country. And when they look within the country, they limit the Procurement Act itself. It limits us youth and startups from the very beginning. You'll have a lot of ticks on the sheet that you'll get, but in terms of policies, there's a disconnect. And then also there's a disconnect between the power the creativity that we have, and also the amount of resources available, they are not at par within each other. Because you would find so many creative ideas implemented to a certain extent, but then again, if you approach an organization that you would think would come through, and without a doubt, you would get a couple of no's. And then you also have the thing where I feel it's more of when it comes to selling your product to a government institution, they would rather import opposed to saying, look, let's take this program that we intend to invest in or start up and get the Namibian youth to focus on it, build on it, and then take it from there. It creates that flow of let me rather do this instead of that within an individual. And apart from that, then you would have to now come back to, within the same ecosystem, go to the places like Tololo, EdTech, R Labs, to get that mentorship. And then they will tell you that, no, don't give up on your idea, let's connect you, let's do this. But then their pace is not the same as the one, by the time you would leave them, you would still be at the same position that you were 3 months ago before you started. So there's something that needs to come in and bridge that gap. Once that gap is bridged, a policy will then come in and say, look, we've seen that this is a problem. Let's come in, take shield or put you in this umbrella, and then we develop you, we groom you, we send you out, and without fail or with a certain level of fail, you will be able to maneuver your way through.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
David, are you seeing, youth coming in with their innovative ideas and registering them, and without no hiccup? What's really the state? Is the youth really making up the big numbers or the average numbers that are coming to BIPA to register their ideas?
Okay, thank you for the question, Mr. Cyrus. Looking at the statistics, there are quite a number of youth who are coming to our office to register their IP rights and businesses. Quite interestingly is that the entrepreneurs from the technology space are also coming up, especially with the application of computer programs. That's now the app. We are receiving now a quite number of applications in that area, because at the moment we have around 150 registered app from the youth. It's, even though it's a quite low number, looking at our country, it's quite an achievement. Coming back to businesses, yeah. Most of the businesses are for the youth. The applicants who are coming to register their businesses mostly are the youth who are entrepreneurs who want to come in the market to grab opportunities in terms of their innovation, when they want to bring their innovation to the market, and also in terms of tenders, when they want to apply for tenders, and because of higher unemployment at the moment, most of the youth, they try to grab any available chance through the tenders and so on. That's why we are receiving a lot of application in terms of business registration from the youth. I think they make up a huge number of business registered owners in Namibia compared to any other age gap in the country.
Okay, thank you. Let me open up to the session, the delegates. Anyone with a question for our panelists? One quick one or two? Just to provide probably further clarification on what they have put forward before I continue it.
David indicated that 150 registrations are an achievement in comparison to our neighborhood jurisdictions. How do we fare?
Can I get your question again, sir?
It seems he didn't get it.
Saying,
Yeah.
you indicated 150 registration of companies by the youth is an achievement. In comparison to our neighborhood jurisdiction, how do we fare?
Okay. Thank you very much for the question. 150, I just narrow it to the number of app, the computer programs that we receive. Those are the applications that we receive, and most of them, they are coming from the university graduates, but not businesses or intellectual property rights in general. It's just a small portion, and specifically is the computer application or the computer programs. But the number is very huge.
Are you satisfied?
Okay. Okay. Now, well, in comparison with other countries, so to say, for example, in the region, we comparing to our counterparts in the region, we are behind. But looking at the existence of BIPA for the past 2 years, even though registration of IP rights was handled by the government, there was no, there was no any promotion or, or any information about intellectual property rights registration. That's why a lot of people, they are only coming to know that they need to register these intellectual property rights when we are now trying to be visible at all the youth activities. Looking at it from the past 2 years, I can say and narrow it to just the computer programs. It's an achievement to us.
Gerrit, more so you mentioned that your organization is looking into mentorship, with one of the challenges that have been highlighted a lot. Can you shed more light, because there was also a challenge that most of the organizations that are providing mentorship for youth, they are city bound. What is your reach of your organization, and what is your mentorship program? Just to clarify, what kind of elements that are covered in your mentorship?
Okay, so one of the main things we as Apply focus on, we want a national focus and not only a regional focus, because we do believe that working in the regions is really important for Namibia's development. There's a lot of potential there, but it's not being tapped. One of the challenges we are facing, actually, the applications for Apply closed last week, and we opened all the applications throughout the country, and we marketing it, and we are really want people to apply for this, but then we're not getting people from the regions to necessarily to apply. then we're asking ourselves, where's the problem lying? Is the problem lying with us from the marketing side? Is the problem lying from our fellows who's not really interacting with their community members? Or is this just a fact that, or a matter of fact that the news isn't getting to these regions? People are not hearing from us. So yes, we are trying to not only from the, for example, this year's fellows. This was the first year we who participated in the whole program, and from the group of 20 people we had, there were around 8 people who were not based in Windhoek, and I think that was quite a large number if we compare how many people actually applied for that year. Now we're facing with this problem, like we're getting more applications. The people are hearing about apply, but people are not really applying to this. And then we are, like I said, there's a lot of questions we now need to answer or we need to ask ourselves, and this makes, we need to focus on a lot of things. What are we going to do to improve this now in the future to reach more community members in the regions? Because we really see as an organization that we don't only have a central regional hub, but we actually have apply hubs in, for example, in Oshakati, for example, in Urundu, for example, in Keetmanshoop. And with the residential programs we've been running throughout the year, we didn't only base in Windhoek, we actually went to Keetmans. And for these fellows from the north, for example, it was their first time going to the Karas region, being exposed to what's happening there, and just opening their eyes to not only one part of the country, but now seeing other parts of the country also. We're going to Swakopmund, for example, in December, and in this way, we're trying to expose the fellows more of not only regional development, but also local or central development, but also regional development in the regions, because we do see that it's important for Namibia's development and also for Apply's development.
Okay, thanks. The next question I'm about to ask is because, yes, most of our organizations, ecosystem builders are based in Windhoek, and also that they are also looking at national coverage. There is a question that came up consistently, of which there have been elements of change within the ecosystem, which is the regional integration, the regional market, to say. I want to know from my colleagues if they have thought about it and what are they really doing in the space of ICT.
From the side of the Internet Society, we really encourage more e-systems, especially for organizations that we know that are a requirement. Say, for instance, like BIPA. We've heard a lot of from their side that you can now register your company or reserve the name online, but the platform is not working. This limits the efforts of the person who's actually trying to register the business. Even if I have to go to a place like Ocho and actually come up and say, look, let's go register a business, you have to travel 280 kilometers to reach Windhoek, and then from there, that's when you're able to fully register your business. There's no hub in Oshiwarongo, for instance. There's no, and that's within a 250 kilometer radius. I would encourage e-systems from people who we know are also going to be our clients as entrepreneurs. I would encourage e-systems for entrepreneurs themselves. I would encourage e-systems for everybody, because that's where the world is moving to. And when I say e-systems, I don't only mean that they need to be based on a particular website. There's so many social media platforms also. Say, for instance, if one can find out about Apply on a WhatsApp group, what is so different, what is so difficult for me to be able to send a WhatsApp message to an individual and say, these are the few easy steps to take to register a business. So within the ecosystems, there need to be people that actually come up and engage with each other and say that, look, we know you do this. Can we come to you and say, come up with an idea to assist us to get more people to register businesses that are relevant, and then move on and get somebody to mentor these business systems within your space as well, and then after that we create another system, so we can actually come up with a system that is symbiotic, where one person within the ecosystem feeds the other. That's my view from the internet society. So it's not just a matter of having rigid systems where I need to come from here, walk to Vanaida, submit my papers, or Northern Industry. It also consumes a lot at the end of the day. And what we're trying to do is make life convenient and easy for everybody.
So in that light, are you also interacting with other countries, for example?
In terms of other countries, we have a couple of programs running with other countries where we also encourage different, because like what Gerard said in the beginning, the creativity around the internet business space is limited. So we have been working with different organizations from different countries. For instance, like we have the ISAC program running within Namibia, also featured in Keetmanshoop, where we say that ISAC is in touch with Morocco, and then they would then come in and say, look, from our side, this is what we're doing to be creative in the internet space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone? Just
Okay.
to expand on that point of
Okay.
regional market access.
Okay. Thank you very much. On our side, we understand the importance of the e-service, and we have started with this project so that we register all the businesses and intellectual property rights online. Apology from our side, there was some hiccup, but we are trying all our best at the moment to revive the whole system so that it's user friendly and so on, because we receive some comments and very soon it will be operational, so that all the Namibians everywhere in the country, they will be having access to the registration of businesses and intellectual property rights online. And to our convenience is that it's time consuming, and it's also less costly, if I can put it in that way. In terms of our presence in other part of the countries, we are in Windhoek, that's in Northern Industry, and in Katutura, when we are also in Swakop, that's in the Rongo region. Unfortunately, in other regions, we are getting assistance from the Ministry of Trade regional offices, while we are setting up our fully-fledged branches in all the regions. And those are the projects that are running parallel, but very soon will be visible in all the regions.
Gerrit, if you can please talk about whether you have any program that is talking to, market access for the whole region, rather than a 2.5 million market for the products of the ICT enterprises.
Okay, so from Apply side, we really encourage collaboration with other countries in the region and also internationally. We've got, at this moment, we've built up a good network with people in South Africa and also in the UK and in the US, especially in New York and London. And through this, we are really encouraging the Apply Fellows to participate with these stakeholders and with technology that's around WhatsApp, Facebook, LinkedIn, email, these people, the fellows are really very interactive. For example, we had a speaker coming from the US, from New York, she was dealing a lot with like personal development issues and how that really encourages creative thinking and ways forward for your own business, how that really develops your own business and your own brand. And the fellows are really interacting with her and interactive with our stakeholders. So yes, we really see it's very important for us that the fellows and us as the executive team, that we use the technology that is there, because we believe that's the only way that we're reaching, especially, for example, in Namibia with these large distances and far-off places, that this is how we interact with these people. And through us, now these fellows interact with people in other parts of the world.
Thank you. Before we wrap up, because I'm only going to ask my panelists to conclude, probably within 30 seconds, each one will have 30 seconds. Is there any pertinent question from the audience? This side, if you can give the mic, please.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Zen. I just wanted to know, how cooperative are these different institutions within the entrepreneurial ecosystem that you're talking about? I think the Namibian case is very unique in that if you take Silicon Valley in the US, for example, what spurred them on and what put them ahead of everybody else was the billionaire appetite that they had. There were a bunch of billionaires ready to businesses, money to innovative startups and so on. So what we have here is a very little population and a developing country. And we sit with so many different initiatives and organizations that are all trying to streamline entrepreneurship and innovation, but they're doing it, I feel like, in silos. So what kind of operations are there for these organizations like the BIPA and the ISOC and APLI and NBII and whoever, Dololo and whatever, work together, and then each and every fellow and entrepreneur you have in your spaces, you sort of open a pathway for this person. So it's like you start at BIPA and then you go to NBII and then you go to who and then you go to who, so that we fast stream entrepreneurship practice, just with beautiful words and conferences like this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can I take the last one, if there is any, before anyone answers? Okay. Okay. There is the question. How cooperative different initiatives and institutions in the space? Or is it every man for himself? Or what do we say? Or every woman for herself?
As the Internet Society, we actually encourage or go out to different institutions, send out our own invitations sometimes, where we go to encourage people to sign up as members of our Namibian chapter. But the thing of the Internet Society is that we are a multi-stakeholderal platform where we would engage with government, with private sector, with internet service providers, with academia, to just to come up with creative ways to engage online or using the internet. So apart from that, what we also do is we have different, within the chapter, we have different platforms where we encourage for chapter-thons. A chapter-thon is basically just a competition that we run, but it's not based, we are not the ones with the final decision. The final decision is made on the African Bureau, where they would then, an individual will come up and say, look, I have this creative idea. Is it possible that you can fund me on my idea? And then you would then send this application through to us. We would then forward it, but then it is not limited to say that because it only comes in through the African Bureau. You can then come up and say, look, within in the area of my project, I will need mentorship. That's where the NBII comes in, where we are housed. The NBII would then come in and say, if you have any youth that is actually creative or want to work in the entrepreneurial space, we would then refer them to them. We would refer them to Dololo. We would refer them to SAIS, and then these individual organizations would then work with them on this platform to say, look, this is where it comes up. I know that NBII would then refer them to BIPA, but it's not working in silos as per such. It's just we doing the best we can. So if we won't know how creative you are if you are not a member of our chapter, and we would also not know exactly what your individual needs are. So as a chapter, we would then refer you to our next person or contact that we have. And that's where I was coming in to say, if there was an official write-up of something that says, look, we're trying to bridge this gap, let's do this so that this can be achieved within our common goals. Because every institution has its own objectives. So within our objectives, this is what we are trying to do. Within BIPA's objectives, this is what they're trying to do. So if we could just come together and say, look, this is the space that we have, let's do it.
Okay. Any other that need to expand probably on that question?
I would say from an apply experience, what I've seen the past year, building relationships with government and other private sectors or other companies, it's really, really important. And for example, the BIPA, one of the stakeholders are actually working for BIPA, and through that, we introduced that person to the fellows in the January program, and they really learned a lot. And she's approachable, and she's part of the Apply network. So actually building relationships with these other organizations and get them involved in your organization, that makes it much easier, because now a lot of these fellows, they would never have known the steps to follow, for example, how to register a business in the BIPA if we didn't get Senu involved. But now she's involved, and she's also an Apply friend, we can call it. So, yes, relationship building, that's really important, and that's one thing that we really need to emphasize also for the fellows.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's wrap up. Can I start with you, Gerrit? Short conclusion on this session, and what entrepreneurs can take home?
Yes, entrepreneurs in Namibia, they should be aware of the challenges that we're facing in this country. It's a small market we're dealing with, and there's also a lot of competition. So you need to really be creative, and you need to be very forward-thinking, and you need to also have these relationship-building strengths I was talking about. You should not only focus locally, although it's really important because this is where you want to base yourself, but that you need to build relationships also with international organizations. And in this way, it's a platform for you and your people that's involved with your organization to really, it's a personal platform, it's a platform to grow personally in your own views, but also for your own company.
David?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Silas. From our side as BIPA, we want to be really active and to play our role in the ecosystem in terms of collaborations, so that we are available and we are operating in a competitive environment, as we highlighted. From our side, we are having ongoing projects to improve on our turnaround time, to make sure that businesses and intellectual property rights, the time of registration is really reduced for the convenience of the applicants. And also, we are reviewing our processes the internal registration processes so that they are not cumbersome, so that they are user-friendly and so to say. Even though some of them, they are attached to the law, we need to propose amendments to the acts and so on, but we are really trying our best on that. And we also touch on online registrations. It's something which is burning on our side. We want all Namibians to have that opportunity to register all their businesses online on time and to avoid a lot of inconvenience and so on. And lastly, the point of to be present in all the regions, so we also touch on that. It's something we are working on it because entrepreneurs and all the business owners and owner of intellectual property rights are not only coming from Windhoek, they are coming from all over the countries, and that is really some of the highlights that I want to assure to the entrepreneurs that very soon it will be something of the past. Thank you very much, Mr. Sires.
At this point, I just want to encourage entrepreneurs, individuals as well, join the Internet Society Namibian chapter. It's for free. Also, there are a lot of benefits to being a member of the Internet Society. You get to be part of platforms like this. You get to be part of international platforms as well. And through those platforms, we learn, we mentor one another, and it's really encouraging to just move as a group towards the fourth industrial revolution.
Okay, yeah, there you have it from our panelists. It is, they really have shared, the rich knowledge of the ecosystem. Even though there are a few things that probably was not tackled, such as funding, of course, and also the procurement issue, which have been coming. I think government have taken note, and they have, there is some recommendation around that point. And we also noted that information asymmetry is really an issue for our young people to get, to the right services that are offered in the market. So, of course, if we really had enough time, we will interrogate much around that. But it's something that I should also let you know that I'm probably one of the ecosystem builder who knows the Namibian ecosystem very well, and also the SADC ecosystem, especially on startups. There is one initiative that we just concluded on the 3rd, where we awarded the national winners of the Namibian startup of Namibia nationalists that will be representing Namibia at Southern Africa Startup Award this coming November. And most of these startups are in technology. And when they are talking about issues such as funding, it is really the real issues of funding. And the reason why we have organized these startup awards, which is connected to the global awards, first is regional connectivity, which is about market access into the region, and we are encouraging ICT startups or any other startups to think when they are conceiving their ideas and also developing further, to think about the regional perspective, as well as later on probably the global penetration. I'm informed of time. Can we please allow our panelists for their time and their knowledge that they have shared today? And thank you very much.
Are you ready? I told you that we're going to win prizes, right? Are you ready? Do you want to win a prize? Do you want to win a prize? Do you want a prize? You don't want a prize. Why? Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Who's ready to win a prize? Who's ready to win a prize? I see all of the innovators that were presenting up here almost waving their hands. They're in the back. We see you. We see you, ladies. But of course, it's time for us to start with the prize giving ceremony. Now, Miss Nene, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'll just need this podium.
Can someone please come help us move the podium up?
Yeah, please.
Careful. There's a cord underneath. Pick the cord up.
No. Are you excited?
Who do you think won, guys? Besides you, Mr. Poseidon, who else do you think won, guys? The kids, ne? Those kids were on fleek, my dear. You. Those kids taught me a lot of things. I just know how to control, alt, delete. I don't know how to do the other things. So maybe I can backspace myself into their winning prize. Maybe.
Where's the box? Okay, where's the box? We need the box. Let me get the box. Okay.
So now, we're taking a look at, of course, that is the introduction. Now, in celebration of the 6th National ICT Summit and moving forward, the Ministry of Information Technology and Information has recognized that we need to make International ICT Summit more entertaining and more exciting by introducing awards for the best exhibitors and innovators. Now, during the summit, the awards aim to develop and encourage interest and passion for ICT and celebrate exhibitors in their creativity. Now, acknowledging and appreciating the young people for their efforts in coming up with innovations and innovative ideas. Now, encouraging sponsors and young people to be creative is one of the mandates, as well as to attract sponsors and young innovators to the National Summit as well. Now, also taking a look at the categories for the prizes that are being given today, we're taking a look at number 1, which is Exhibitors of the Year.
Yes.
Now, this category has been sponsored by Lori Inc. and focuses on exhibitors demonstrating strong look and feel for brand building, display professionalism, and attractive marketing of products or services rendered. Now, exceptional customer service is also something that is provided, and as well as their initiatives. Now, these exhibitors should equally have gone the extra mile in providing specials as well as competitions on products and stands to offer. Now, for us to hand over the awards, we'd like to call upon, who are we calling upon, Miss Nene?
Mr. Johan Venter, could you please join us on the stage? And he will be handing over the trophy awards in these categories.
Please give him a round of applause. A little more until he comes to the stage, guys.
Over here, please. Could you join us over here?
Okay, and of course, starting off with the bronze category, we have, of course, a Manage Engine. Give them a round of applause. We have UNAM. Give them a round of applause. NUST, IUM, as well as Lingua College.
And the winner is, drumroll,
NUST. Woo! Can all the exhibitors from NUST please make their way to the stage?
Has Nas left? Okay, well, we'll contact them a bit later.
Are they here? Okay, she's
Oh, they're
making
here.
her way.
Okay, woo!
Yay! There you go. Congratulations. All the other NUST students, come with your shirts, come take pictures with the girl at you guys.
Okay, so I will be reading the silver category, and you can only clap after I've read. Okay. In the silver category, we have Piratas Telecommunication, Headway Consulting, Shine Technology Solutions, Jasco, Business Connection, and last, Veya ICT Ltd. And the winner is...
Drum roll, please. The winner is, of course, Shine Technology Solution.
Push that ID. Pusha. Push that ID.
Are they here?
Pusha.
Anyone here from Shine Technology Solution?
Now, of
course, taking a look at the diamond category, we have a PowerCom. We, of course, also have Green Enterprise Solutions. And the winner is PowerCom. Round of applause. Anyone from the Cran team here? Here they come. Give them a round of applause, guys. And of course, everything must always be at the top. And everybody wants that platinum card. So for the platinum category, we have, of course, Schumann's Group, we have Telecom Namibia, we have the NBC, we have Bikinetics, we have MTC, Huawei, as well as MTN Namibia. And our winner is...
What do you think the winner is?
Telecom. MTC?
No. MTN Namibia.
Woo!
Is MTN Namibia here? Is it someone? No. Okay, that's fine. You know, we could collect our awards later. Thank you so much. Sorry.
Are you guys excited to find out who the winners are from the other panelists? But before we get into that one...
Wait, I have a special announcement.
Okay, girl, what kind of announcement you have?
So a little birdie told me that Lori Inc. Commits to sponsoring awards next year again.
Ooh, give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
So much. Yes.
Definitely. But before we get over to the Best ICT Innovators prizes, we need to take a look at, of course, the questionnaire winners. Now, with the questionnaire winners, we have gifts that are sponsored by AMV, MTC, as well as CRAN. Those are the sponsors that we have for the gift. That is, of course, AMV, MTC, and AVM. Sorry, I'm so sorry. AVM. Now, if you are ready to find out who the winner is, can I hear a drum roll?
It's not on the paper.
For what?
The question is.
While we're waiting for the winner to be announced, we could just move on. Is that okay? Ooh, here they come. I'm excited.
Now we have one of the most friendliest people right here, and she's going to do the draw. So you can stand over there.
Let's shake it up a little.
You must close your eyes.
Over here. Okay.
Okay. Okay. She has a She has a paper.
Okay. Would you like to announce it? Or... Go ahead, please. No, but you have a pretty voice. So you should go and stand over there at the podium with that beautiful mic and announce the winner.
What is this person winning?
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
And the first winner is Leonard Amunime.
Woo!
Please come.
How many prizes are there?
Yes. We're drawing all of those.
So how many are those? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Congratulations. Yes. Let people see you.
The prize is sponsored by Cran for Leonard Amunime. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Kran. Thank you. Okay, shake it up a little. Okay, let's go over here.
Nay, why are you showing a way to pick?
Okay.
Shh.
The next winner, and all the winners have to be present in order to claim their prizes.
Yes.
So we have a Mr. Junius Heimbody. Please come claim your prize.
Juniors?
Yeah. Okay, we are moving on if Junius is not here.
Okay, let me stand next to you.
Let's hope it's a lady this time, eh?
Yes.
Okay. We have João Baptista Bastos.
Yes, congratulations.
João has won a gift sponsored by AVM and MTC. By the way, AVM all the way from Germany.
Yes. Congratulations. Okay. This way, this way. Oh. Oh, okay. Congratulations.
Okay, let's hope from this side we're going to get a lady. Here we go. Okay, this is Daniels Justina.
Yes.
Justina's prize is by Cran and MTC.
Ooh. Yes. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Over there. So.
I think the ladies are more luckier from this side. This is a rather thicker one. All right. Okay, the next winner is Marta Vasconcelos.
Oh, from the same squad. I can see this.
Martha's prize is AVM and MTC.
Woo! Congratulations.
The next winner is Mariama Nepando. Marjama Nepando. Are they here? Okay. Okay. Right. Now we have Rauha Hamatwi. Rauha is here.
Congratulations.
Rauha's prize is Cran and MTC.
Oh, she won yesterday also.
She also won yesterday.
Girl,
She's lucky.
What kind of luck streak do you have? I also want this luck.
Congratulations.
All right. Daniel Itewa.
Daniel. Nope.
Daniel is not around. Okay. Lucia Auchamus.
Woo. Congratulations.
Lucia will wear a t-shirt sponsored by AVM. It's a golf shirt. Okay, we have, I will pronounce the name I can pronounce best first. Vipanda Budrowe, or Budru. Are you here? Not? Okay. Okay. All right. Jordan Johannes.
Yes. Congratulations.
Jordan's prize is sponsored by CRAN MTC.
There you go. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Okay. We're going back to the award ceremony. Okay. This is the Best Youth ICT Innovator Prizes. This category has been sponsored from the annual National ICT Summit account to the value of 15,000. Round of applause for that. This category focuses on innovative products and ideas developed by youth. These products should have potential to address current socio-economic needs of the ICT tools. We would like to call on Dr. Stanley Shanapinda alongside Ms. Haley Olivier from Telecom Namibia. Oh, did I forget to mention that Dr. Stanley is the National ICT Summit Brand Ambassador, and he will be handing over the certificates and the awards.
Yeah. Give him a round of applause.
And then Ms. Haley Olivier is from Telecom Namibia, who sponsored 6 Huawei Y5s. Thank you. And from AVM Germany, Mr. Klaus von Kries, who sponsored 2 Fritz boxes.
Round of applause.
Is Mr. Klaus here?
I can represent you.
You can represent him? He's at the back. Oh, he's coming. Yes. Welcome.
Well, it's okay.
Okay, so this category is divided into 2 clusters below, which category A is the pitch competition, and we'll be starting from the 3rd prize down to the 1st prize. The 3rd prize winner gets a certificate and a cash value of 1,500, and the winner is, drumroll, hearing impaired game, who wins themselves 1.5 and a Huawei Wi-Fi smartphone sponsored by TN Mobile. Telecom Namibia. Thank you. Congratulations. Over there. Yeah. Please do note that your cash prize will be deposited straight into your account. The second winner gets a certificate and a cash value of 2,500. And the winner is, drumroll, Multiphone, who wins a Fritz box sponsored by AVM. Is multiphone here?
You know, since multiphone is coming up, we should say ring, 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 because money is calling him, guys. Money, serious money is calling him today.
Congratulations.
Here you go. Congratulations.
Oh, you just tweeted. The first prize winner gets a certificate and a voucher worth. Are you ready for this amount? 3.5. 3,500. And the winner is Toy Car.
Woo! We should go vrpa.
All the way, I should mention that Toy Car comes from my surname. My surname is Kunene, all the way from Kunene region. Toy Car, you get yourself 3,500 and a Huawei Y5 from TN Mobile.
All right, all right, all right. Now we're moving over to category B, which is, of course, the Tech Idols winners. Now, of course, the money that has been donated for this award is 4,500 Namibian dollars. 1,500 came from, of course, the annual National ICT Summit account, and 3,000 Namibian dollars was donated by the ICT Tech Hub NUST. So give them one round of applause. Now, this competition, or this prize 3 now, it was very difficult for the judges to find out who the winner was, so it's a tied win. So now the first person we have that is, of course, getting a smart Huawei Wi-Fi phone, as well as 1,500 Namibian dollars sponsored by, and a certificate sponsored by Telecom Namibia. This is, of course, East App. Give them a round of applause. Tied for second as well is AR Handbags, who will also be receiving a Wi-Fi Hawaii phone as well as 1,500. Give them a round of applause. And a certificate, of course.
And the last person in this third prize is the Noi Coding Kids, which will be receiving the 1 Fritz box and a certificate. Oh, and the 1,500, of course.
Give the kids a round of applause.
I personally want a hug from you guys. Congratulations, guys. I'm so proud of you.
Here you go. Here you go. There you go.
Go pose there in front of the camera. It's your moment to shine. There. Okay, just 1 second. Are you excited?
Okay.
Just a friendly reminder that all the money will be deposited into your account.
And of course, the second prize winner. Now, the person who's winning second prize gets a certificate and a cash value of 2,500 Namibian dollars. Now, this is a lot of money, guys, as well as a Huawei a Y5, guys. I almost said a 5Y, but a Y5 coming through from TN Mobile. Now, of course, we'd like to give the round of applause to the winner, which is
Ni
Project. Give them a round of applause.
Okay, I have an announcement. Prof. Heike Winchers. Did I say it right? Did I say it correct? Heike. Okay. Prof. Heike will give trophies to the first prize winners.
Exactly. So can we please give a round of applause till she makes her way to the stage? But calling upon the second prize winners. No, you can stay.
just call the other guys, the second prize winners first. Let them come get their stuff, and then Prof will come out later.
They aren't here.
All of them. Keleleni is not here. Okay, that's fine.
Alrighty. Since our second prize winner is not here, we've of course want to make way for our first prize winner. So now our first prize winner is definitely going to be getting a certificate as well as a cash value to 3,500 Namibian dollars. Now I would buy a lot of auras with 3,500 Namibian dollars, but this winner of course goes over to. But before we say what exactly the person who did win is, we want to give you the prices. That is of course a Wi-Fi smartphone from TN Mobile, as well as they've been sponsored by the ICT Hub. Now the people that are walking away with the first prize are the PPS Interactive Library. Woo! Now the award will also be awarded by Professor here in the building. So please give her a round of applause as well.
Could we please have the first prize winner, Toy Car, to please join us on stage?
Here you go.
Toy Car, please could you join us on stage? Is he outside?
Congratulations. But didn't you guys get bags already? Did you? Okay. Not all of you. All of you got a bag? Okay, then it's fine. Oh, you didn't get.
Congratulations.
Sorry? What? They all got bags, and I gave those first one bags. So they want the bags also.
Certificates for other use. Okay. Yes, so we'll just call out the names.
Would you like to do that?
Just announce that the other use are also still getting certificates.
We're not done. Other youths are also receiving certificates, but we'll be doing that shortly. Go down. You're blocking. Come down. Come down. Come down. There you go. Just hold it like that.
And then would also like to call upon the first place winners. That is, of course, a toy car. Please make your way to the stage with your cars, guys. Nay, I want this car for Christmas. It has Bluetooth and radio. I want this car for Christmas. Like a pink one.
A pink
yeah,
one.
a pink bucky.
Okay, and what the interior? What do you want inside? Bucket
Leather. I want like leather. Like
Leather
the nice
seats.
leather.
Okay.
A nice leather with a pink interior.
Okay.
Okay.
And what engine? V6 engine.
I want a V12.
When I go.
Thank you. Thank you.
A hybrid.
You see? Exactly.
I love that. Congratulations. And now we head over to the handover to the youth certificates. Yes.
Okay. The first one is Julia and Jenny. Please come get your certificate.
Yes, you can stand with me, please.
Julia, she's not allowed.
I can hold it.
Okay. The next one is Hodge Anthony. Oscar Matthew.
Let me assist you.
Okay.
Hold her, Antonio.
Josephina Mika Mutumo.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Helivi Itenge. She's coming. Where are the innovators?
I don't think they're here.
Okay.
Some, yeah.
Mekveren ka Pukale. Please come.
When you hear your name, please make your way to the stage.
Emmanuel Kanjambanga. Lositha Case. She's not here. Okay.
Congratulations.
Ben Hel Wheeler.
The mother is coming.
The mother is coming. Okay. Let's just continue. Johanna Amnyela. Johanna Amnyela. Oh, she's coming, ne? Johanna is coming.
Yes.
Simon Petrus.
Over there.
Simon Petrus. Oh. Okay, he's coming.
Joanna. Joanna. Yes.
Isaac Ventico Lucio. Isaac Ventico Lucio.
Over there. Picture.
In the Africa, Namibia.
They are here.
They are here. Oh,
Both
okay.
of you come.
And for the people that,
Namakando Mumboda.
can we give them
East
bags?
Africa, Namibia.
The people that didn't win anything that are getting certificates, can they get bags?
He's coming. Picture. Namakando, ne?
Come this way. Just hold on.
Himba Science and Technology CC.
I was just asking, did you really
So you
give
just
them
shake
bags?
his
Are we
hand?
still giving them bags?
Yes, then picture.
Himba Science and Technology CC. Oh. He's coming.
So for all the people that are still in the auditorium, please don't leave, guys. We're still continuing with the program. Please do stay.
Irinzio Inzange. Irinzio Inzange. Yeah, not here. Kupi Engen Konso Hula. Is it there? Oh, okay. Lisembo Trensi.
Handshake. Receive your certificate.
Lisembo Trensi. They are not here.
No problem. Congratulations.
They are not here. Chindo Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Chindo.
Camera.
Eh.
Cameraman. Cameraman.
Just hold on.
Ngihamu. Come this way.
Congratulations.
Ngihamune Muhalukwa.
That's again. Let's take a picture.
He's coming. Is this one?
Hold.
Okay. Nathan Das Neves. Nathan Dance Neves.
Handshake. Picture.
Yeah, not there. Yeah. Josephina Muntumo.
The system is working. Turn around.
Josephina Muntumo.
Are you taking it on behalf of
Josephina.
Oh, okay. Just proceed. There you go.
This one is not here. Tutaleni Ilonga.
Picture.
It's on the way. Ah, Simon Petrus. Ah, the two. I think I called Simon Petrus already. Peseno Daniel Ngawi.
Tutaleni. Handshake. Receive your certificate.
Lotoleni Kauko Shikulo. Shikulo. Okay. Unique Nekundi. Unique Negundi. I think this one they are double. Inonge Chakelo. Kachelo. Loteni they are two. Remember Thomas? Remember Thomas?
Congratulations.
Anna Indongo? Okay.
Yes.
And People's Primary School? Oh, they left already. This one is also double.
Well spoken today.
Aprolia Ndabe?
Yes.
Lucia Okamos? Lucy, okay. Are you Lucia? Oh, okay.
Over here, in the middle.
Euneng Matamu?
Congratulations.
Gary Lees.
Yes, congratulations.
Idua Inzange? I think
Congratulations. Over here.
and this was the last certificate.
Yes.
No, he already has already.
And I believe all the youth innovators have gotten their certificates.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And congratulations to everybody who won today. Give yourselves one more round of applause. And now we'll have the closing remarks.
Of course, the closing remarks will be given to you. Now, the closing? Testing? Okay. Now, the closing remarks will be given to you by someone who has become my best friend all day because they've been giving me such amazing energy. And every time I told them to say, woo, they always said, yeah. Now, this has to, of course, be the Executive Director of the Ministry of ICT. That is, of course, Mbeuta Unjarikana. Can you please give him a round of applause?
Thank you.
Woo! Woo!
Captains of industry, experts in ICT, youth innovators, respected delegates, media, ladies and gentlemen, it is our privilege and honor to be trusted with this undertaking on behalf of all the beaming hearts and minds in the ICT sector of our country. And gathering such an important people from different companies and institutions in this field. With all presentations and speeches delivered during this summit, I must say this event has been an outstanding event as we have been taken through lessons of different ideas, thoughts, information, statistics, interpretations, and visions. Many messages have been delivered covering a wide spectrum of accelerating digital transformation and improving internet connectivity in order to respond effectively to the fourth industrial revolution. In his keynote address, Honorable Stanley Simata, the Minister of ICT, had reminded us that there is a need to improve the public and private partnerships in efforts to explore the benefits offered by cloud computing and embrace big data analysis. He further emphasized that as many countries are gearing up for the fourth industrial revolution, Namibia should avoid ever being left behind by developing pointed policy and regulatory interventions that will place us in better position to harness the benefits of this dynamic and unavoidable development in the ICT arena. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly allow me to briefly review some of the main points deliberated on during this event. As we are keen to accelerate digital transformation in Namibia, 3 pillars are worth taking into account, and these are human resources, enabling policies, institutions, and infrastructure, developing local ICT services and industries. We have been further enlightened that changes and advances of ICT technologies show no signs of slowing down, and therefore our pace must be the fastest. And these changes bring opportunities and risks of being left behind, hence widening digital divide between urban and rural communities. Digital cloud-based storage has democratized data storage and availability of updated data at free cost. Further, investment in new process is noted to be a driving force in businesses, and lack of digital initiatives in companies will make many companies to be left out of business during the 4th Industrial Revolution. And we have no space for business symmetries. Hence, in order to safeguard the institutions, society, and the economy, there is a need to specifically engage multiple stakeholders, including regulators, to develop policy frameworks that can be applied across industries and national borders. Dear colleagues, now that we are drawing towards the end of this summit, allow me to take you through some of the recommendations made during the duration of this event. 1, speedy decision-making is very fundamental in the digital era and should be emphasized on at all times. Establishment of experience-sharing fora, formulation of regulatory frameworks that respond and support the elements of the 4th Industrial Revolution. Encouraging infrastructure sharing to ensure full coverage and reduce digital divide. Building and strengthening partnerships and cooperation amongst industries, market, and the region. Creation of policies and financial support regimes that will inspire young people to fully exploit their entrepreneurial and innovative potential. Setting and fastening in motion the processes of developing a national digital strategy, which will map out the country's comprehensive routes and steps that will guide the country's digitization agenda. I never knew people also stammer in English. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of everyone at the Ministry of ICT, your ministry, now that we have come to the end of the 6th National ICT Summit, I would like to express our warmest thanks to all our sponsors, without whose assistance this summit would not have been possible. To the heads of all various institutions, all the speakers and panel members, your presence has been valuable and without any doubt has helped to make the event a great success. I greatly further appreciate the members of the media in covering the event, and would like to urge them to continue covering this event for the whole week. It is very important that the views and recommendations expressed here are disseminated to a wider readership and audience. I'm so grateful to all those that have been involved in organizing and preparing the event. Before I thank you, let me remind you that for all intents and purposes, the 7th National ICT Summit should be much bigger, as we will be commemorating our 30th independence anniversary. Wow! I thank you and looking forward to seeing you at the 7th National ICT Summit 2020.
Round of applause. Thank you so much. Would you like? Thank you. Thank you so much. So the gorgeous, phenomenal woman that I am about to introduce of Miss Linda Ipinge, the director of the ICT and the chairperson of the National ICT Summit Preparatory Committee. Please join us on stage. Hi, mommy. Which mic would you like? Oh, okay.
Yes. This is an ICT hug. Yes. Thank you so much, Director of Ceremonies or the MCs for this opportunity. I won't bore you. I will not take long. I feel young today. I don't know how long I felt this young. It's been really since long time. I had to put on my jean, which is unusual for me during the week. I'm used to my suits and my vintage dresses. So this is so on me over the week. But I had to do it just to comply with the standards, the code, the dressing code for the young people. I would like to thank the Honorable Minister in absentia for having graced us during the summit, the Deputy Minister for the remarks today, our Honorable, the favorite, Honorable Beserenot, the member of the Parliamentary Standing Committee on ICT. He is a senior youth. Yes, senior youth. I'm a senior youth, so he's senior youth. So thank you so much, sir, for being with us. We truly appreciate the Executive Director for your guidance and for sticking with us during this period. The sponsors and exhibitors, you were already thanked by the Executive Director, but I just want to highlight that we appreciate your contributions, both in kind and in financial, kind and monetary contributions. We really value that, and you've made this event a success. I would like to say your assistance should not end here. And I challenge you to seriously consider these brilliant ideas that were presented at this summit in order to realize the brilliant dreams of these young people. The ministry, I in particular, will be waiting for your calls, your emails and the letters confirming your interest to assist these young people. To the presenters and the panel members, the ED has already thanked you, but we also would like just to emphasize that we appreciate your contributions, your experiences, and your recommendations. The captains of the industry, thank you for being with us. The media, for coverage, please continue covering this event for many days to come. MICT Jazz and our MICT staff there providing staging, the lighting, sound, and entertainment. We truly appreciate your patience. JNP Group for the catering services, NIPAM for providing these venue facilities. The MCs, Paul the Prince was here yesterday, Monday and Tuesday, Vibrant, who really made our interactions quite fun. And for today, the deadly duo. My daughter, the adopted daughter, we have an agreement that we don't need any paperwork. We have done our African adoption. So she's my daughter. Thank you so much for lightening up the mood. You were brilliant. The youth innovators, you are truly amazing. You left most of us speechless and stunned. You know, those brilliant ideas really shook us. I personally got goosebumps when I visited your stands and as I was watching you here. So I'm wishing you the very best and advise you to persevere and keep dreaming. To the winners in the various categories, congratulations to you all, and thank you for participating and for your brilliant creativity. The preparatory committee I'm standing here on behalf of a very energetic committee. And I would like to call them to come and join me here, so you know who has been part of the process. Committee members, please come through. Please come through, the committee members. Just come, we need to take a picture. I think this is an event to remember. Yes. It's a team, eh? It is a team and a half.
MC
They're
the
still
Dragon.
coming.
Don't you think that this was the best committee that you've ever seen?
Chomi, this is the dream team.
The dream
This
team.
is the dream team.
Yes,
This is
this is
definitely-
the best squad, actually.
Chomi, this is squad of the year.
Yes, congratulations, guys. Thank you so
Wow.
much.
Miss Paulina.
The A team.
The A team, of course.
The A team. It's the ICT team.
So, yes, this is the committee behind the success of this summit. Okay, can I just have silence, please? Okay, okay. So this is the committee that has really put the energies and the efforts in the preparations for this summit. I remember at the time I was out of the country for 2 weeks, and things happened. They made things happen. When I came back, I was briefed about what has happened. And I must say, these are the people that really take their own initiatives. They don't wait for any instruction. More interestingly,